The further teachings of Lao Tzu. 39. Lao Tzu said, "Emperors and lords consider the whole empire or the entire nation to be their house, and all things their belongings. If they take to heart the greatness of the land and are possessive of the multitude of people and things in it, then they become full of energy and unrestrained in their ambitions. The larger ones launch armed invasions of the smaller ones. The smaller ones haughtily look down upon their subjects. To use the mind for purposes of pride and aggrandizement is like a gusty wind or a violent storm. It cannot last long. Therefore sages control this by means of the way, holding to unity, contriving nothing, and thus not diminishing harmonious energy. They see the small and remain flexible. They are retiring and not possessive. They emulate the rivers and seas because the rivers and seas do not act on purpose. They come to be known for their merits by a natural process of development. Because they do not coerce, they are able to fulfill leadership. Being as a female to the world, they are able to avoid spiritual death because they take care of themselves. They are able to fulfill nobility. Everything contributes to the effect and repute of material power. The responsibility of authority is most serious, so it does not allow self-deprecation. Self-deprecation leads to failure in achievement and reputation. On the way, the great is made by the small, much is based on little, therefore sages preside over the world by means of the way. Being flexible and yielding, vague and subtle, they see the small. Being frugal and austere, they see the little. Because they see the small, they can achieve the great. Because they see the little, they can achieve the beautiful. The way of heaven is to lower the elevated and raise the depressed, to reduce the excessive and augment the insufficient. Rivers and seas are located where there is a lack of earth, and so the world resorts to them and honors them. Sages are humble and modest, pure and calm, differential in their speech. This is seeing the lowly. They are open-minded and unpossessive. This is seeing the lacking. Because they see the lowly, they can reach the heights. Because they see the lacking, they can attain goodness and wisdom. The proud do not succeed. The extravagant do not last. The powerful die. Those who fill their days perish. A gusty wind or a violent storm does not last all day. A ravine cannot be filled in an instant. Gusty winds and violent storms act forcefully, so they cannot last long before they die out. Ravines are in positions of power, so they cannot be drained. Therefore sages keep to the feminine and get rid of extravagance and arrogance. They do not dare to act forcefully. Because they keep the feminine, they can establish the masculine. Because they do not dare to be extravagant and arrogant, they are able to endure long.